fantastic city. It's great to be back in the sun. Alright guys, good afternoon from Malaysia. I'm here in the capital, Kuala Lumpur. It's my second time here in KL. I came to KL last year, stayed here for a couple of days, really enjoyed my time here. But KL's a cool city, super cheap, very multicultural, and a great vibe, some great food, some great nightlife, and some great architecture with the Petronas Towers. I love Kuala Lumpur. Let's go and explore. You know, Kuala Lumpur is not a city that has a tremendous amount of things to do. You can probably do it in 2 days or even 1 day if you went really hard. And you know, you spend 12 hours exploring the whole city. It's not a big city, population's about 1.5 million people, and it's not very crowded, it's not really hectic, it's quite a calm feel to it. So it's quite a nice experience to be in Kuala Lumpur, really. It's definitely not like other Southeast Asian cities which are crazy. This place is actually quite calm and quite a cool experience. Alright, let's get a metro ticket. So I'm going to this station here. 140 ringgit, that is super cheap. So the metro here in Kuala Lumpur is very cheap. Alright, just arrived here at the Batu caves in Kuala Lumpur, and there's not many tourists here, and I guess that's where it's different from other Southeast Asian capitals, because in Thailand, Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, Hanoi, the main tourist attractions you probably wouldn't be able to move for foreign and local tourists, but here in Kuala Lumpur you can. Very heavy Indian influence here, and in Kuala Lumpur there's a lot of Indian people, and around these Batu caves there's a lot of like Hindu shops and Hindu, I don't know, just people that are dressed in Hindi and saris and Indian clothing and stuff, and I'll try and show you that. But here in Malaysia there's a massive Indian influence. Check out this view here, it's a pretty awesome view. I'm gonna go and check out these caves now. Let's go. Wow, look at the size of this place. Man's massive. Just look at the size of these caves, they really are quite incredible. So it feels like I'm back in New Delhi instead of Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. There we go, check this out. And so there isn't too many Islamic countries in Southeast Asia. Indonesia is predominantly Islamic, but so is Malaysia too. And a lot of mosques around here. Women wear a lot of headscarves, that's most women wear headscarves here. But when you come to like Thailand and Vietnam and places like that, they're more Buddhist sort of thing. So in Southeast Asia there's a lot of different religion and a lot of different culture, and that's what makes such a great place. But now I'm going to go to what's called Merdeka Square. Now it's basically the independence square of Malaysia. The big Malaysian flag that you're going to see very soon is the first Malaysian flag to be raised, or basically it symbolises Malaysian independence from the UK. Now maybe some people can tell by my accent I was raised in the UK, and it always staggers me just how much of the world the United Kingdom used to rule. And here it is, the flag of Malaysia up there, looking good. And that is basically the sign of Malaysian independence and Malaysia becoming its own independent country. football t-shirts. I don't know why. I guess there's a football match coming on later on that big screen down there. But I don't know. A lot of people here. One of the great things about Kuala Lumpur is it's very accessible and it's very easy to get to because it is one of the transportation hubs of Asia. It's also the home of AirAsia. Their headquarters is based here in Kuala Lumpur. And so getting here is very cheap, it's very easy, and it's a great hub to get around Southeast Asia. I would say that's one of the best things about Kuala Lumpur. You can get to Singapore by bus in 5 hours, you can get through to Thailand by bus, or you can fly to Thailand for like $60 US, or you know, Singapore for $50 US. It's a super cheap place to travel and get around. I'll also say one of the most interesting things about Malaysia or Kuala Lumpur is it's the most multicultural city, I think, in Southeast Asia, because you get so many different cultures here. There's a lot of Western people here from all different parts of the West. There's a lot of Indian people, as I mentioned, at the Batu caves before, and there's a lot of Southeast Asians, Filipinos, obviously Malaysians, Thai people. A lot of people come from all over the world to work here, and it feels very multicultural, and I think that's what gives it the sort of Western feeling that you get from Kuala Lumpur. It sort of feels like the Western hub of Southeast Asia. You can somewhat start to see in the background there's the Petronas Towers here, which is probably the symbol of Kuala Lumpur and the symbol of Malaysia. Very impressive buildings. And what's so good about the Petronas Towers is the architecture, and the architecture is actually based on the Islamic religion. And as you can see by the two like sort of spears pointing upwards, that symbolizes Islam, and it is a national symbol of Malaysia for 100% sure, because it symbolizes the religion and the culture as well. And I've seen some of the best skylines in the world: Hong Kong, New York, Shanghai, you name it, I've probably been there. And I've got to say, that view behind me of the Petronas Towers at night time in Kuala Lumpur is one of the best views in the entire world. Just coming to Kuala Lumpur to see those towers is definitely worth it. And they have this huge water fountain here, which makes it even more pretty. And so underneath the Petronas Towers is a big shopping mall, which I've just been inside, but I didn't bother recording it because, you know, let's face it, there's like a million shopping malls in the world, right? You don't need to see this one. It's the high-end shopping mall, nice shops. But there's like thousands in the world, no matter where you go. So I won't bother showing you that. Now, I was going to go up there tonight, but it's $19 US to go to the top. I bet it's a fantastic view, but I'm going to swerve the $19, stay on budget, but that's how much it costs to go up there. That's a good view though. So you know, earlier I came to Merdeka Square and I saw all the football fans ready to watch the big game. Well, I thought I'd come back and see the atmosphere, so that's what I'm doing. As you can see already, it's a bit of an atmosphere around here, and I'm about 100 meters from the TV.
Pasukan Malaysia, itulah yang kita nanti-nantikan.
Alright guys, so just in my accommodation, found this hostel for $5 US per night, rated 8.4 in Hostel World. It's not that great, but it's only $5 US and I'm only here for one night, so it's all good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed me showing you Kuala Lumpur. It's a pretty cool city. I enjoy it, I love it, and I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope you come here in future. Thank you for watching.